Well, President Cyril Ramaphosa is briefing on female struggle veterans. Let's go live now to those proceedings.
So, for us, this is a very special day, and this is what I told them, that this is one of the great, great holidays in our country. And to some extent, they got to understand, and they wanted to know if there are books that are written about August the 9th, and I mumbled, because we need to write a full book. And I say this as a challenge to some of the comrades who are here, that a full book needs to be written about the 9th and what happened on the 9th. I was enthralled when I went to a Women's League dinner, and they showed a video and the photographs of what happened on the 9th, because many of us have not really been exposed or been shown the full history and the full account of what happened on the 9th. The 9th was a really special day, where women came from many places in our country, by taxi, by cars, on foot, and trains, and they transported themselves. And they didn't wait for, big buses to bring them in. They just came from all corners of our country. And that is the story that still needs to be told. So I didn't have a book to give them, but one day I hope Comrade Nati will be able to have a book on this very special day. It's a commitment that you're making. So I also rise just to say thank you for also raising the issue and the struggle of women, because the women of our country continue to struggle. We, as the men of our country, we have not done good by the women of our country. We have done horrible things against you as women, and it is on this day that we need to hang our heads in shame as the men of our country, because the women of our country continue to labor under really an oppressive system. They are abused, they are killed, they are raped, they are degraded, their humanity is degraded, and their integrity is not uprooted. And all this is done by us as the men of this country. So on this one, we hang our heads in shame, but we also thank you for continuing to champion the rights of women. We thank you in your various organizations, the Women's League and the various other organizations. We thank you because you are continuing to make sure that that torch that was lit by women like Charlotte McLeod continues to burn. And we thank the young women of our country that they have stood up on their feet, and they are insisting that women in our country should be treated with dignity and with respect. And what I'd like to say is that that voice must get louder and louder. The young women marched on the union buildings, and at 8 o'clock in the night I had to go and meet them, and I informed them that they must continue to raise the issues that they are raising, because the men of this country must hear the demands of women, they must hear the suffering of women, and they must also hear the rights that women want to have. So through what you have done in the past and what continues to be done today and what will be done in the future, I'm sure that we will reach a stage where women will truly be emancipated, because this is precisely what we want to see. We cannot have the greater majority of the population of our country continuing to live under a very oppressive system of patriarchy, oppressive system of being abused, and we don't do anything about it. So we thank you for continuing to raise the issues that are important, that need to be at the forefront of the agenda of the nation. From the government side, we have a clear mind of what needs to be done. The empowerment of women now needs and will be at the forefront of the agendas of everything that we do. It has to be so because this nation will not be able to move ahead an inch unless we empower the women of our country, we respect them, and we will demonstrate that we respect them through the programs, the policies that we adopt and implement as a government. And the other important thing that, as I keep quiet now, the other important thing that the women have brought up is that when we do the budget of the nation must take into account issues that have to do with women. So that it should not be the responsibility of the women's ministry alone, which has a small budget. So that budget that we craft, we will continue insisting, and there are a number of ministers here who are going to insist that that budget must be properly scrutinized to see whether it responds to the empowerment of women. And if it doesn't, they must insist, and I will also insist, that we insert the empowerment of women in that budget. So that budget must then support the people who are the larger part of our population, make sure that they are lifted out of disempowerment, make sure that we address the issues like gender-based violence and all those issues that continue to degrade the women of our country. So we have a big task ahead of us, but like you in 1955, who took up the cudgels and waged a huge struggle against the apartheid regime, we will also win this struggle. We will empower the women of our country, and we will respond to the needs, the aspirations, and the demands that the women of our country have. Because we must do good by the women of our country, the government must do good, and it must do everything that is going to empower them and make them lead the better life that we have always sought. But in your case, we want you not only to lead a better life, but we want you to lead a most beautiful life, so that you remain as beautiful as you are. I thank you, and I thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. We are going to hand over Mama Darlene Martin's centenarian certificate to her daughter, Dolores Martin, because Mama is not right today. My parents always say we are like the weather. We are fine now, and the next time backache, sneeze, and everything. Then what is an anticlimax is that as we are celebrating a woman who has lived 400 years, we are laying to rest the daughter of the soil, Kenzani. Today, it's a very sad situation. And Mr. President, your commitment as a leader is very important, because when you want to drive the agenda of women, you must have a buy-in from the leadership. And thank you very much, Mr. President. I'm going to ask Sis Dolores Martins to come over. Ministers will come. These are your people. Yes. Yes. And then the president will.
President, please face the camera.
Let's
I don't know these things. So I sit next to you.
Yes.
Mr.
Wonderful.
And then I hand it over. I sign.